Hey guys, I'm Becca Joy. Welcome to my channel. If you've seen my previous episodes, you've seen I'm a former big seller at LuLaRoe, that I left and still drinking the Kool-Aid. I joined Piphany. And my last episodes was like April or May, I think. And this is kind of a why I have left Piphany. Oh, I know, I left Piphany. Yes, I'm a smoker. And you always see the real deal with me, and I'm not in a boutique, so I can smoke. If you don't like that, you may not want to watch my channel. So, why did I leave Piphany? I mean, I loved it. I was doing great, and things were wonderful. I had a team, you know. I know a lot of you were like, oh my God, you're a freaking MLM DS junkie YouTube drinker. What's wrong with you? I woke up. Maybe a little later than some people, but I woke up. All right, so why did I leave Piphany? I don't know where you start. I love the Carmel hoodie. I just do. I don't care if there's one somewhere else. I like it. So things changed. End of March, they put out the deal on what's going to happen in April. They shifted in April over to the wholesale website to where you share your screen. It's not like a website people can shop. It is a consultant showing their back office for ordering via a screen share system like Be Live TV or other systems like that. My customers hated it. Like, frankly, because it puts you in a little box down at the bottom and people can see the product, and there you go. So my people hated it. I hated it. My thing is lives. They love the lives. And so it really just wasn't a thing for me. I tried in April and sales tanked, like, because everybody hated it. Carrying product in the boutique, as far as carrying my own inventory, I didn't see as a relevant thing because Piphany started releasing weekly, every 10-day kind of new releases, like new styles. Prices went up on actual retail prices, and that was a thing for me because I left LuLaRoe, one of the reasons, because their prices were high, and I was getting a better price with Piphany for my customers. So I left because of that. Not all because of that, but this is a list of the reasons why. So the prices went up. The screen share system was like, things would sell out before you could even get them. And new styles, like, I didn't know how they fit. I didn't know what fabric was like. All I saw was the same thing my customers saw on the screen shares. That was it. So then I was like, okay, what else is my options? I did not return any product. I sold off my product at discount or gave it to my teammates to help them, like my downline. That was just kind of the thing I could do for them when I was leaving. I have downline that have left for the same kind of reasons. One of the other big issues for me was they lowered the commission. So you had to sell X amount in order to make X amount of commission. So the lowest commission rate you got was like 20%. But you also had to sell very little to do that. To make the 40% that you would make selling wholesale straight out, or not selling retail by carrying your own inventory, you had to sell at least 100 pieces. Now, mind you, this is up till May. They may have changed it since then. My information says they haven't, but, you know, who knows? And you could make 50% if you sold 200 pieces. By the time I left, nobody had been able to sell 200 pieces. We would have things like, for example, my pet peeve, because I would tell my people, look, here's the invisible shirt. White background, white shirt, photographed on a white mannequin. That was interesting to be able to show on a website or on a screen share to customers. I call it a website because, I mean, most people think of a screen share and they're like, what the hell is that? So I decided I'm going to look at other options. There's got to be something out here. Mind you, I still had a little bit of Kool-Aid going on, but I was between LuLaRoe and then Piphany. I was kind of like, you know, this is just leaving a bad taste in my mouth. And so I was like, okay, we'll look at other things. I evaluated options for my own boutique because Piphany had made us get a wholesaler's permit in order to continue ordering wholesale, because they allow you to either use their system for invoicing or use whatever you choose, like PayPal or Square. The thing with using their system, in order to use the screen share system and the warehouse ship the orders, you had to use their system. I didn't care for it. My customers didn't care for it. You know, whatever. The advantage to it was shipping from the warehouse at that point was $5, and I didn't have to do any of that. So that freed up a lot of time for me. That was a benefit. So what do you do when you're thinking about joining us? Well, number one, think about getting your own wholesaler's permit. Most states are free, like mine was here in Kentucky. Some states cost you. I know one of my friends down in Mississippi, she had to actually get bonded. So look at your state and see what they require. Then with a wholesaler's permit, you can go to things like Shine. You can go to things like Fashion Go. And that is giant malls of manufacturers where you can get whatever you choose that is available in the fashion world at wholesale, like real wholesale prices. And you sell it at whatever cost you want to pay. You pick your inventory, like for real, pick your inventory. Of course, you have the risk of nobody's going to buy that back. You're making the decision. What if somebody hates it? What if it doesn't sell in your boutique? You know, that kind of thing. You do have the added benefit of you can sell it wherever you want to. Sell it on Facebook, sell it on Shopify, sell it on eBay, sell it on Amazon, whatever you want to do. There you go. That part was really freaking awesome. I actually went that way for about 2.5 months. The reason I left that is the circumstances in my life changed. I am going to have foot reconstruction surgery in about a month. I have also put our house on the market, and we've accepted a full price offer. So we have not found a place necessarily we want yet. So if our house closes, because it is based on a contingency, then we will go to our camper and cabin out at the campsite we have. So there really isn't a space for a boutique. The cargo trailer that I had turned into a boutique is now going to store, and actually it's sitting over there 3/4 packed with everything in the house. Because, you know, when you sell stuff, you take down all the pictures and the clutter, and you pack up the attic and all of that jazz. So that is mostly all packed up. And that's the reason I left my boutique. Now, one of the other reasons behind it is my husband really hit the nail on the head. For me, the boutique was a social outlet. What you have to understand is my husband is a combat veteran. He has PTSD, TBI, and a variety of other issues, including medical, from being in war zones a lot, multiple years. So that was kind of what got me into LuLaRoe and things like that, is our circumstances as far as a family, both financially, but mainly socially, because he's not a social person anymore. And large crowds make him uncomfortable, those kinds of things. And we'll talk about that in a future episode, and kind of ways, if you know a combat vet or a family that's struggling with adapting around a combat vet, ways and resources out there. So we will talk about that in the future. That is one of my passions, of trying to connect people to that, because I am blessed with having a real life 9-to-5 history of a job that taught me those resources and where to go and what to do. So that's kind of where I went. Now, when you're going to consider a direct sales company, Whether it is LuLaRoe, Piphany, Amelia, James, you know, whatever is out there. There's that new one, I forget what its name is, but there's one that's been open about a year. That one does have the most advantages as far as being direct sales at this current time, because you can still sell wherever you want. You carry what you want. Now, you are still kind of like restricted on selling their map price kind of deal. But most of the time, and you will see that if you talk to people that are original Piphany, that are original LuLaRoe, direct sales companies start out like that. And when they build a following, when they build their consultants, then comes the rules that change. For me, rules changed as I was entering Piphany. As they established their own invoicing system, things like that, the ability to, you know, sell in a box store, you know, in an actual brick and mortar retail store, those kinds of things they eliminated. So a lot of the older consultants left. Big time consultants, some of the people that have been there from the beginning left. Some of them went to other direct sales. A lot of them went to independent boutiques or just stopped altogether. So one of the big things you have to do, and this I have always said, you've got to evaluate your sponsor. If you're going to do a direct sale, and I am, let me be very, very clear, I am overdone, drunk, like over the Kool-Aid. Dump the Kool-Aid down the drain, and I drink Gatorade. I'm over here on my own, just kicking it. I don't know that I'll ever go back to boutiques. Our family circumstances and things have changed there. And my husband had hit the nail on the head that it is a social thing for me. And we'll discuss how I'm maintaining that social in a minute. But, so evaluate not only who you choose as a sponsor, but ask who is in your upline. What resources do you offer me? What is there for me? Find out what that commission rate is. Find out if the company is based on sales or if they're very recruit oriented. Find out what the return policy is. Get a copy of the rules. They're supposed to give you a copy. If you want to see, not the contract necessarily, but their actual rules and standards for practice, ask for that. A honest, upfront consultant will be able to provide you that. So you can see that what they're telling you is what's really there. Find out what the commission rate is. Does it vary based on what you sell? Or is it all the time? Is it a thing where you carry inventory? Is it something that you cannot carry inventory and just do it online? Can you do both? If you can do both, find out if your commission is based on one or the other or both. For example, Piphany's commission, with being able to go from that 20 to 50%, is only counting the sales you make using the screen share system. Anything you sell from your own inventory doesn't count towards that level of commission. That is your 40% based on sales. Ask around. Find out if their prices have gone up. You know, are they increasing prices? For the love of fucking God, get their product. Do not just join. Order a variety of things you like. I mean, obviously, if you're not a dress person, who gives a crap about the dresses? You sell, whether it's direct sales, MLM, in your own boutique, you sell what you are passionate about, what they see you wearing. That is a thing. So if you're not a dress and skirt person, who cares? Don't order them. But if you love the shirts, you love the hoodies, you love the shoes or lipstick or whatever it is your company that you're looking at has, order them, try them, wash them, see if the lipstick lasts, see what happens if you wash it. get a couple. Like if, for example, Piphany with the caramels, the hoodies, grab a dry fit, grab a knitted, see if they both last. See what happens. See when you order if you get damaged items or not. Those are big deals. Look around online. Find the anti-Koolaid groups and see what they say. Because yes, I know, I'm holding my phone. While they are anti-Koolaid, you will find a lot of information there that you're not going to hear from the company or current stylists. Just a thing. Then evaluate if it's for you. It is a lot of time. It is a lot of work. And it takes a lot of time on social media. If you don't already have a following on social media, it's even harder to get in. And what happens if you get rid of your inventory? If you go, God, this is not for me. What is your options? Can you return it? How long are they taking to give you return checks? Do they fight you on returns? Let me know. I'll tell you, there's a lot of people still trying from months and months ago to get their LuLaRoe checks. I know people at Piphany that have left, and what they tell me is that they're not getting their checks that quickly. Companies are going to take the time to be able to check it, see what's there, check for damage, all that crap when they send it back. There is company standards for doing that. So find out what those are so you know what your out option is. For me, I never send anything back. I don't trust people that quickly with my money. So if I send my product back, I'm now giving you the thing to say, oh, gee, you didn't send that many in, or we're not going to return that, or whatever. And they don't return the product to you. If they decide they're not going to pay you back for that, they don't send the product back. So you're now out the product and the money, and I'm not real sure that's legal, but companies do that. So me personally, I didn't send it back. I discounted the hell out of it and sold it off. All right, so that's the gist of the big reasons why I left Piphany, where I went, and what you really need to look at no matter what you join. I realize there are those of you that absolutely hate direct sales and MLMs. So it may not be for you. Don't hate on people that do. They will find their way in their own time. And whether you like it or not, there are lots of people that shop from those kinds of companies. So there is money to be made if you're smart and if you pick the right company and you know what you're doing. And you pick a company that doesn't change the rules and their entire system of how they do things, like Piphany, after you join the company. So what am I doing? I have made my career from being in the Army all the way to, working in social services, working in the juvenile justice system, and working at a veterans homeless center. That's what I did prior to direct sales. Then, of course, you've seen, I left my direct sales company, or I joined the direct sales, left my 9 to 5, and now I'm kicking it. So what I found is I need that social interaction. I crave it. That's just me. And I have the driving inner thing to help people. I always have. And I've been kind of lost trying to figure out how to do that. So what I've done is I have turned my large group into a goob group. And before you go off into the blah, 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 no, it is free for sellers. You have to be a going out of business group at this time. It may change to allow independent boutiques to desash, still at discounted prices. But I don't set your discounted prices. It just has to be discount. You have to treat people with respect. And this is my way of helping both my customers and people like me that are trying to get out of direct sales, trying to unload that inventory that they're buried under, so they can move on in life. So this gives my customers a chance to get discount sales because they're going to shop that no matter what. And it gives my stylist friends, my consultant friends from a variety of companies, the ability to have fresh eyes, fresh people that they can sell their inventory to, so they can move on with whatever their next chapter is in life. And that's kind of where I'm at there. Now, we're going to have this updated, all about me, all about my life, a normal, average, freaking person. What do you do? How do you cope with things? All that jazz. One of the episodes will be covering combat veterans, resources, places to ask for help, ways to notice that you're combat veteran, whether it's a child or a, spouse or sibling, whatever, friend, whoever and whatever that is. That is a driving, very important thing to me. And it should be to everyone. But until next time, make sure you review your Kool-Aid before you join the club of addictive Kool-Aid drinkers. And if you are dumping the Kool-Aid down the drain and ready to drink Gatorade with me, let me know, and I am more than willing to help you. So, that's the gist of it. We're going to have wild and crazy times, all about life. And yes, I have tattoos like crazy. I got to finish the watercolor on one. This side, I've got to add my mama bear and baby bears for my kids, but I haven't got that done yet. I've been stuck in like direct sale land. Now I've got so much time, and see, I've got a lot of work to do. Housework, yard work, all that jazz. So until next time, feel free to share the channel. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you want to hear about. Questions you have, products you want reviewed, all that jazz. All right. See you later.